Bitcoin is once again right now preparing itself for a next huge, massive move that is about to come. Liquidity is starting to pile up on both directions and the Bitcoin funding rates are looking extremely good. Now at the other side, institutional buying pressure is right now slowly starting to fade away because it was significantly lower yesterday than it was previously around. So it will be very important to have a look into that exactly. So can we once again push up the likes back above the 100 likes? That will be absolutely amazing. It as always, let's first of all have a look into that imminent short term. And yes, our prediction of yesterday exactly played out because first of all, this breakdown that we got yesterday was a huge bear trap. Now second of all, after trapping all of these traders, well, we went towards the upside and exactly grabbed our liquidity towards the upside, and after grabbing that topside liquidity, well, that was the moment where we once again headed back towards the downside. So yeah, yesterday basically played out exactly like we have been predicting. Now, right now, we can be having a look into this new ascending triangle being formed. And I do think we are going to be continuing to consolidate inside of this triangle until we are once again going to be creating a lot of Bitcoin liquidity in either direction. If we are once again going to be starting to create a yellow box like over here, well, I think we are going to be grabbing that liquidity, and whenever that yellow box will be getting created, well, that is going to be the moment where we are going to be seeing a breakout in either direction. So yeah, I do not necessarily think we are going to be seeing this breakout right now. I do think we can be continuing to consolidate inside of this pattern for a little while, but definitely a big breakout is going to be on the horizon. Okay, we can be seeing that after this huge Bitcoin pump, we are basically creating our first set of consolidation, and each and every single time after a huge move, we tend to see periods of consolidation. For example, right over here, we saw this symmetrical triangle being formed, and after that symmetrical triangle was being formed, we saw this significant breakout for the next Bitcoin move. And this is exactly where I want to be preparing you guys for, because after this consolidation, we are going to be seeing a similar move, just like over here being created. Okay, and this move could either be towards the downside or towards the upside, but we are going to be having a look into that exactly a little bit later. But first of all, it is basically very important to understand that this whole move towards the upside is basically not driven by leverage positions, because we can still be seeing that the Bitcoin funding rates are actually still very, very low. Okay, on some exchanges like OKX, majority of the market is actually trying to be shorting the Bitcoin market. On OKX, the funding rates are sometimes even spiking negative. Okay, and this is going to be a very bullish signal for the market. It is not getting overheated at all during this Bitcoin pump. So having a look into some Bitcoin leverage positions, definitely it is looking like we could be headed even higher. But what you need to keep in mind is that this whole Bitcoin pump actually got initiated by this buying pressure from the institutions. Okay, these institutions have been buying like crazy during this whole time, and that has pushed up the Bitcoin price by such a significant amount. Now, what we can be seeing right now is that yesterday, once again, the stock market opened up. So these institutions were able to once again buy up more Bitcoin. But actually, if we have a look into the net inflow of yesterday, well, it was significantly lower than last week. Okay, last week we saw an average of around 500 million US dollar coming in per day, but yesterday we only saw 135 million US dollars. So yeah, that buying pressure coming in is significantly lower. So we will need to have a look into what will be happening today, because if it is still going to be lower once again today, well, I think we are going to be seeing a trend shift. But if once again the buying pressure will be picking up, well, then definitely we can be pushing even higher for the Bitcoin price. So yeah, the ETF data of today is going to be very important, and this ETF data will be getting released by tomorrow morning, so definitely stay tuned. If we are going to be seeing this trend shift from institutions, definitely I think it is going to be more likely that we are actually going to be seeing some kind of a correction. But if once again this buying pressure will be picking up, well, then definitely I do think we can be headed even higher. So we need to be having a look into what the institutions are going to be doing, and on top of that we also need to be having a look into what the liquidations are going to be doing. So definitely stay tuned for that, and I think we we are going to be seeing a massive breakout. Now, probably not right now, but in the end of the day, whenever we are going to be creating this massive liquidity, well, then definitely we are going to be seeing a massive breakout. And if you are as well going to be interested in trading, make sure to check out this link down below, because you can right now claim $220 by only depositing $100 over on DEEPCOIN. This exchange is very similar to, for example, Bybit, but it does not have any KYC and it has no restrictions in no countries. So yeah, make sure to check it out and claim your deposit bonus of $220. On top of that, I will also be launching copy trading over on DeepCoin. This will only be available if you are using my link down below, but you can be searching my name over on DeepCoin, Mr. Crypto, and you can be following me over on copy trading. Now, if we are going to be having a look into what's a Bitcoin weekly time frame, it is still looking very, very good. We are still breaking above our golden pocket Fibonacci level of resistance, and this is going to be very important because in the previous bull market, whenever we broke above that level, well, that was the start of the huge parabolic bull market. So still, it is looking very good with the halving coming up. Now, one thing that we can be having a look into is that the short-term holders are right now increasing and the long-term holders are actually decreasing. This is not such a good signal that we are seeing right now, but just like in the previous bull market, also in the beginning of the bull market, we could be seeing this same exact signal also playing out. So yeah, is this really going to be a signal where we should really be getting worried about? Well, in my opinion, not really. This could also just be indicating the start of a huge Bitcoin bull market. But well, anyways, with that being said, make sure to be following me over on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.